Hey guys, this is Chris, and today we're going to be talking about the iPhone 13 Pro and how it's doing 6 months later. Let's jump right into it. Starting off with what makes a phone, the sound quality is great, the microphones are crystal clear, and phone calls are a blast whenever using this phone. Now, as you can take a look here, we have a front-facing picture and some rear-facing pictures. The colors are vibrant, the picture quality is amazing, and even the up-close pictures with the macro lens, I think they're super underrated, but they're super crystal clear, capturing all the detail as you can take a look here. And even the nighttime videos and nighttime pictures, as you can see here, are amazing. So, here's my review of the original Pancake House in Anaheim. The environment, perfect, because it's in Anaheim, so I'll give that a 10 out of 10. Taste, delicious. Alright, babe. We're gonna do the taste test of the alley. Go ahead. Was it better than last time?
Yeah.
Delicious?
Amazing.
Here you go. Now, here's the other thing that is a big gripe to me when it comes to the iPhone. Can we please get Siri fixed? Like, it doesn't understand me half the time. I have to speak slowly, and it's just not fast. Please, Apple, let's get it together. The thing I think that makes iPhones such a powerhouse, no matter what they do every year, is their ecosystem. Their ecosystem when it comes to iMessage, the MacBook, the AirPods Pro, everything is so seamless and it's so well integrated. That's the reason why most people decide to stick with iPhone. And to be honest with you, I don't blame them. I wanted to share with you guys a couple of details, and I want to give you guys real world experience. What does it translate to? What does that look like? Because here's the thing, there's plenty of videos, and I'll have a video that I can link to you right here in the description of a full review. That way you can get a better idea of the nitty gritty. But I think what makes most sense to most people is, what does it translate to in real life, right? Here's the thing, the iPhone has had less RAM than Android phones for a long time, but it's never been underperforming Android phones, right? For a long time I felt like iPhones were king, and I think with this phone we're getting back to that. See, the things that I wanted to talk about, the things that I think make this phone the phone of the year last year, in my opinion, are a few things. So first things first is, number one, the thing that is my favorite thing about this phone is the screen on time. And especially when you compare this to some of the newer phones, like your Pixel 6 getting an average of about 4.5 to 4 hours of screen on time, which is not very good. What does that translate to in a real day? It means I'm charging before the day ends. This phone, I have the iPhone 13 Pro, and if you notice, I have this instead of the Pro Max, which I also have as well too, but I tend to use the 13 Pro just because of the size. I think it's a lot more pocketable. We just went to Disneyland recently, and having a smaller phone is just better. You know, you could run around, you could do a lot more things. In my opinion, it's just a lot more comfortable that way. Now, what I'm getting battery life wise when it comes to the iPhone 13 Pro is I'm getting about 6 to 8 hours of screen on time. Now, the reason why there's such a big variation is because it depends what you use your phone for, right? But all in all, screen on time sometimes is kind of confusing because it's different strokes for different folks. Some people don't use that much battery, some people do. I use my phones at max battery. If I can be at 100% brightness, I will be that, unless it's the middle of the night. If it's the middle of the night and I have, like, I'm about to go to sleep, I tend to put my screen a little bit less bright just so I can watch it, look at it in the middle of the night while I'm falling asleep. What does that translate to in real life usage? In real life usage, what that means is at the end of the day, I'm not having to go run and charge my phone. I can comfortably finish a day, even with the 13 Pro. I can comfortably finish the day with 20+% battery life, and that's pretty crazy considering I'm a pretty heavy user myself. Now, This is when I'm only carrying one phone. I tend to carry more than just one phone, but this is, in my opinion, my favorite thing about this phone. That's what makes this the phone of the year. They made it a little bit thicker, it feels a little bit more hefty, but I'm not complaining. Now, the other thing that I thought I would notice more of, that I tend to not notice too much of, but I do like still, is the screen refresh rate. The refresh rate's great. Is it a make or to break it? Not necessarily on the iPhones. I think the iPhones with their software do a really great job. And the reason why I say that is because I also have a 13 mini, and the 13 mini is 60 hertz. Not as noticeable, but still, I like it. I love the smoothness. If something can be even a little bit smoother, I prefer that 100% of the time. So I will say the battery life and the screen hertz, the resolution is a big upgrade. The biggest upgrade though that I've noticed, and this is using a ton of phones. You guys will see on my channel that I have pretty much every phone out right now. The thing that impressed me the most about all these iPhones, and not just the Pro version, but the regular ones as well too, is the camera. Their camera taking capabilities, their picture taking capabilities, the video recording capabilities especially. My opinion, the biggest upgrade. It is the most consistent smartphone camera that I believe I have in all aspects, all around, right? The Pixel is better when it comes to like night sight and just taking pictures, but when it comes to videos, when it comes to taking 4K videos as well too, or even 1080p 60 frames per second, and taking pictures, if I had to go with one phone and I had to go somewhere and we were going to like a theme park, I think it's a perfect example, right? Because you typically don't want to carry too many things, especially if you're getting on rides. If I went to a theme park, and let's just say for the heck of it, I couldn't take anything with me. I can't take a battery pack, I can't take a battery charger, any of that stuff. And I had to carry one phone. The phone that I'm carrying is gonna be the iPhone 13 Pro. It's gonna be between the 13 Pro and the 13 Pro Max. I typically, just going to a theme park, just going to Disneyland, I prefer the smaller phone. So I think it's the 13 Pro. And for that same reason, I think it performs exceptionally well, especially in nighttime pictures. You guys will see I'll throw up a couple pictures here after this, so you guys can see the nighttime photography. The video camera, the front facing is beautiful, and the rear facing camera has great resolution as well too. So that is, in my opinion, I think the coolest thing about this phone is the camera upgrades. And if you look at the three things that got really upgraded, in my opinion, it's the most important things. It's the thing that makes a smartphone a smartphone. It's the battery life, it's the camera, and it's the display. Like, those are the three things that you look at the most. If you pay attention to like specs and any of that stuff, those are the things that are the most important, you know? So in my opinion, that makes that the phone of the year. 6 months later, how has it aged? I don't think there's any phone that's touching it right now. Now, the only thing, and here's my only gripe with iPhone so far, but it's not even that bad. My only gripe with iPhone is their recharge speeds. Like, to charge this phone up, it's not the fastest, but it's not the slowest either, especially if you get one of their fast chargers. It's not too bad, but it makes up for it just because of its great battery life. The battery life is so good that, you know what, I'll deal with the recharge speeds. Not a big deal. But all in all, I think, in my opinion, that's what makes this, that's what gives it its only negative, is just that. So but yeah, that's what I wanted to share with you guys. I wanted to give you guys just a quick update of what it's like 6 months later, and I still think this is the phone of the year. We'll see what Samsung has to offer. We'll see how they do with the S22 Ultra, and we'll see how that goes. So we're gonna have to wait and see. I pre-ordered the phone, so it'll be here on the 25th, and I can't wait to take a deep dive and compare these two and see what we got in our hands. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys liked what you guys saw, of course, you guys know, like, comment, subscribe, and we will see you guys in the next video. Take care, guys.